This is Sneaker Show Podcast. My name's Tim Stone. My sneaker brothers are here. Shay, we call him 403 Fredo. What's up, dog?
Go, man.
Love you, bro. We got Nathan here, Young Tabasco. Let me hear you, Tabby.
What's good?
That's my guy. So, what do we cover on the show this week? Shay, what did you bring? What do you got? Content.
Talked about the new pack of fives from DJ Khaled. Super dope. Super excited for him.
And if you were going to have DJ Khaled over for brunch, what would you serve? That's fun. We had some fun. Nathan, what can people learn from you this week?
Eminem's got a new shoe coming out. We'll talk about those. And there is a new Jordan 1 low that is a take on a very popular Jordan 1 high from days past in the works, and we've got a very leaked photograph.
Very leaked. That picture
Very
looks like it's
leaked.
from the future.
It's definitely taken on an Android.
It's 100% an Android picture. We will cover all of the dunks that are confirmed coming out in the month of May as well. And I mean, there's something we didn't get to. We're looking at right now is this pair of Chicago's. Are we looking at this? Is something from our chat here.
Yeah, so this is I've seen mixed reviews on this. Is some people are saying this isn't what's coming out. This isn't the reimagined original version. Some people are saying it is. I would like to think that maybe the truth lies somewhere in the middle, but this probably is a good basis, I think, of what we'll receive in December, that everybody keeps talking about the Chicago Jordan 1 high that is returning in its quote-unquote original form.
And the picture we're looking at has a pre-aged midsole, so you buy it and it's
Everything.
already yellowed. The laces are creamy and yellowed. The red looks even different. And the thing that's really different from the original is the insole, instead of being black, is red. Changes the color in this picture, changes the look a lot. Is this what we're hoping for? This is what we're expecting?
This is kind of what's already came out a few times.
This is last released maybe in 2016 or 15 or something like that. This has been an exciting re-release, but it'd be kind of cool to get, I guess, an original take on the original shoe. And what's this
Perhaps.
one?
Is from the New Beginnings pack that came with the Nike Airship. Like that alone I think is like a $2,000 shoe. They're both roughly the same price, but that one's about $2,000. And I think the pack combined is, well, it's got to be around 5 now, I would assume. Yeah, especially with that big double fold out box and everything. But that's a 85 cut, all red and white Jordan 1 we're looking at there.
Ah, that's why it's different. It's that 85 cut.
Yes, sir. That was, I do believe, the first one to come out in that cut.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, so you brought these to the podcast. This one exists. This is the one we've seen a million times when people say Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls. This is what we think of. Do you want that? Do you want this $2,000 85 cut that's just red and white? Or do you want this wacky looking pre-aged Chicago that they're going to sell us this Christmas?
Possibly.
You can choose one of the three, fellas.
I want those. I want that pre-aged one. They look so good.
I think if I wanted a Chicago Jordan 1, that pre-aged one would be where it's at. But I think in this situation, I want that red and white guy, that 85 at the end there. That's the one for me, I do believe.
Tough to say. That gut reaction on these pre-aged ones is kind of that maybe they're whack, and it's going to be something that we look back on and go, "Oh man, you remember that time they were selling them pre-aged? They were like they already look worn." But if I had to choose one, I think I'm with you, Fredo. They look good. They
Well,
look like I want to put them on right now.
the big difference they said is like the interior lining, but you can
Yeah.
literally like because the original's black. You can literally just dye it if it's like that big of a deal to you. I don't care about it, but I don't know. I
Not
think
a
they're
lot of
sick.
people see the inside of your shoes, you know?
Literally.
Yeah. Okay, well, this is Sneaker Show Podcast. We got a lot to cover, and before we dive in, if you're watching this the week of release, it's the end of April, and at the beginning of May, we are doing a big giveaway with local shop Momentum. There are 5 golden tickets to be won. You choose the sneaker. What you want? Those Ama Maniere ones? I sure would have used my golden ticket last week when they had the Maniere ones. Go to the Sneaker Show Podcast Instagram to enter for your golden ticket. That's Sneaker Show Podcast on Instagram. Thank you for listening. Please know that you can watch on YouTube as well, and there is a link in the description of this podcast to watch on YouTube. Let's go, boys. Let's do what we do. Let's have some fun. Here we go.
Get it out now. Get it all out now.
Well, other than this little thing, it all looks pretty good. There we go.
Amen.
You know? You know.
If you know, you know.
Dearly beloved, we've gathered here today. I think what we're here to do is to talk about sneakers, bruh.
So it is not just a clever name, hey Tim.
The shitty Beatles, how are they?
They suck. Oh.
I love it. Did you get that shirt, that Wayne's World shirt?
I did, yeah. I couldn't say no to that. Every other like actual vintage Wayne's World shirt is way out of my budget. So
Are the Wayne's World ones specifically really expensive one? Oh, we're losing you.
yeah, it's just when you put it all together, it's like because it's a movie, so there's not really like they wouldn't produce them for a long period of time. It's not like it was a long-standing TV show or anything like that. And then on top of it, yeah, it is kind of a cult classic. So anything that's out there, like if you like somebody that wants it, really wants it, kind of thing, right?
And the Wayne's World shirt you got is, I think, the classic. I'm not as plugged into what is available, but just the red lettering, the blocks, Wayne's World, and then Garth and Wayne on it. And then Garth's shirt is sick too. He's got that Aerosmith shirt on.
That is cool, yeah.
Bro, I want that.
That's a movie you could watch, and the shirts those guys have on in the movie, like if you were to get the version of that, I'm sure would be quite
Yeah.
expensive as well. So just it's all counter-cyclical.
I'm not worthy for sure. Did you know because of Wayne's World, so Bohemian Rhapsody never was a hit in the 70s. It became a #1 hit in the 90s because of that movie.
I did know that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I did.
Thanks, facts. I recently learned that, and no other song has ever done that. There's no other song that became a hit 20 years after it was released because of a movie.
Do you know what the best part about that is though? Is so like to get that cleared, like that movie was being produced and made like while Freddie Mercury was dying, right? Like literally in the hospital. So to get this cleared, like they brought it to him in the like literally in the hospital, and they were like, "Hey, so we have this idea, and we want to use your song," and he just loved it and went go for it. But could you imagine like pitching somebody that on their deathbed?
Is this a bad time?
So we've got 6 of these guys, and they're all kind of burnt out, don't really work, and they're crammed into this little car, and we want your song to be representing them. And yeah, so see you on the other side.
Yeah. But man, did it work.
It's a
God,
tough
what a
sell.
weird song. 6
Yeah,
minutes.
definitely.
But we have gathered here to talk about sneakers today. I guess my question is why DJ Khaled? Is he royalty of some kind? Is he related to Michael Jordan? I don't understand it. I love it. I love the energy. I really do. I find him hilarious. He's like a crazy character. He's fun to watch. But Shay's going to tell us about some super exclusive Jordan 5s that how does it happen? That's what I wonder. It's incredible.
I don't know. I found he's like always one of those guys that had like, I don't know if you'd consider it like a PE or whatever, but I like he's always had his own, and I never thought that he would end up having something that would release to the public. But yeah, he's coming out with a Jordan 5s pack. It's got 5 different shoes, and they're all kind of those like Miami type colors. I think there's nothing confirmed. I know you have some of the pictures, but nothing's confirmed. But from my understanding, all of them had the Nike Air on the back. And then the friends and family pairs had that kind of like the We the Best logo on them. I don't know if that's like confirmed or anything, but so yeah, I think those ones would be the friends and family pairs, and then I think the like so-called GR ones are gonna be like just Nike Air in the back. Um, but yeah, there's the 5 colors. I think they're dope. They're doing an apparel collection with them too. Um, there's no real like release info on these yet, but I think like all the rappers and that are starting to get their pairs, so I imagine it'll be kind of sooner than later. But I really like that like orangish, like peachy color. That one's my favorite. I don't know. I really like them all, but curious to see what you guys think.
I'm just wondering if you're gonna put these all together too, Fredo. You are quite lit quite literally the Pac-Man at this point. So yeah, I'm just wondering if these are all in your wheelhouse. I like these. I would take any pair of them to be honest. It's cool. Like you said, that peach pair. We don't really see shoes like that, or in that color, I should say, come out. That purple, albeit we do see a lot of purple shoes, is pretty unique. Can't go wrong with that blue either. And then of course that cream pair. That's a no-brainer. So yeah, this is a good pack. I'd like to get a pair. I could mess around with these. It is funny how you say like Khaled gets PEs and stuff because that guy couldn't be further from an athlete, right? Like, I just don't know if like player exclusive is the correct word for him, but either way, yeah, super cool. I wonder if they'll come out kind of half and half like that picture shows, where one of them
Hmm.
has the We the Best and the other one has the Jordan, because the Cactus Jack fours are like that, right? The one shoe says Cactus Jack and the other one's got the Jumpman on it. So just have to wait and see. But yeah, I mean, I would assume it's going to be pretty GR if there's an apparel collection with it too. Hey, like, and
Yeah,
there's
I think
four, well, five, four. Sorry.
there's 5. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I know for
a
some of the
lot of
pictures,
fives, dude.
there was only 4 of them that were shown. But I didn't learn this till last weekend. There's another pair that's like a really like almost like a washed purple. And that's the 5th pair. But I read on Instagram, I don't know, like I said, like nothing's confirmed, but I think they're aiming to have like the Nike Air on both shoes for the GR pairs, and then the We the Best logo and the Nike Air on like the friends and family. But I don't know. We'll see.
You can keep We the Best. I don't need it. Nike Air, I'm set. Thank you. You know, and I've never worn fives. I don't know if I'm starting with Khaled's fives. There are some really nice looking fives. We've talked about those green sage fives that are out. Uh, it's just such a tall shoe. And then I start looking at the five lows. I don't know if that's for me. There's a pink pair, a girls' women's pink pair. It's sitting on sneakers right now in my size, and it looks like lush materials. But I just don't know if I can pull the trigger on a pair of fives. Big tongue, big tongue. The fun, I think, is seeing Khaled unveil these to like he has Kanye over to his house and they're having brunch. And when he blesses them, when he lays it on him, when he puts it in front of him, now get the watch. I love it.
He's so extra.
Yeah. All right. Well, what else we got here? This is a fun pair. We're going to talk about. I don't know if we're going to, go too deep on them, but what do you got to say, Tabasco?
Well, not another rapper shoe, but we got some Eminem Adidas right here.
No Slim Shady in the building.
Nothing, yeah, nothing crazy about this. We're talking the candy here is what we got. So I do believe the raffle's up on these. I did have these ready to go, and then of course we had Easter, so we did not record that day. That is the last day, and so we followed suit for that. But we're back here. I'm pretty sure the raffle's done. I'm sure you could probably find these fairly easy. I don't think that they'd be that hard to get, that there'd be that many people screaming for these. But we got this all yellow with the brown on the bottom, and This is an Adidas Forum 84 low. And I don't know what it is about Adidas, but they really put their whole ass into that Forum low, hey? Like every time they got a collab, it's crazy. Like, there's a whole lot of extra details here. It comes with an M&M of every color, a lace of every color. The box kind of is very similar to a bag of M&Ms. There's M&Ms all over this thing. It is very much an M&M shoe. Really cool. We got the yellow upper, that milk chocolate brown, and yeah, they really got behind this one. I'd be interested to see if they put out some other colors. I like these. I think I would like to have them. I don't know if I'd necessarily want to wear them, but super cool.
Well, let me tell you, bro, you can get them
Fredo, what are
right
you
now.
thinking?
They're sitting on the Adidas site. That's where I got this
Oh,
picture.
look at that.
$200.
Holy.
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite theater snack, everybody's favorite shoe, maybe.
The Forum in general, I like. And I don't even know if you have to take the strap off. I see guys doing the work and cutting it out, arts and crafts style, but I could see myself rocking a pair of Forums. Sorry, I cut you
That
off.
pair? That pair of forums?
Not this pair, no. But like a crisp white pair, they got sometimes the accents are nice, even if it's just blue or a little red or gold or some sort of earthy brown. Yeah.
But you
Then
wanted
there's
those
the
Home Alones, right?
yeah, those were cool. They were for sure. Just like the red and white style, and then a couple of little extras that are cute and fun. But let's be real. How many times am I actually going to wear those? I guess maybe it doesn't matter.
Yes, none if you don't have them.
Fredo, you got feelings about these?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no from me, my guy. I don't know.
Mm.
I'm not huge on that silhouette, and I don't know. I like the idea of like collabing with M&Ms, but those are not it.
It almost looks like something that should be a giveaway, hey? Like
Yeah, like
you
I don't
could
know.
possibly win
That
these.
looks like a pair that they would like put up for auction and donate it to a children's hospital. Like I don't know. Not my vibe.
That is a strange compliment to drop on somebody. Hey, man, sick fit. Did you buy that as a fundraiser for sick kids or something?
That's what they remind me of, just with like all the extras and shit. I
Yeah.
don't know. Not for me, but they're cool.
Sorry, children's hospitals or the shoes aren't for you, just for those of us that are confused. If any
I'm
of us
not
are.
not into the shoes, but shout out all
Okay.
those little kids.
Thank God. Get well soon.
This is what we really came here to talk about today. We got these Jordan 1 lows, Tabby. This is an exciting pair, isn't it?
Sure. I think so. This it's very reminiscent of the Turbo Green High, which is obviously a big hit. We got a silver swoosh on the side. We got that washed suede, we'll call it, all around the shoe. This is a Jordan 1 low. It looks like it's got a translucent bottom. I don't know. This is obviously a very leaked picture. This is not a this it wasn't taken with any proper light or maybe any light at all. If you're watching, you can see this. Turn up the brightness on your screen, you can maybe see it a little bit better. It looks like this is not the I use this in quotations like OG 1 low. It kind of looks like there's that Stitched Wings logo on the back, which let's maybe hope that doesn't come out like that, but we'll see. Cool pair either way. I could see these doing well, especially for the more modern style of Jordan 1 lows. Again, probably pretty GR if that's the case too. I like these. I don't know if I necessarily need them, but I like them, and it's cool to see them kind of bringing back the quote unquote classics.
Was this the only picture?
Oh yeah, 100%. Believe me, I could not have found a better one.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting at.
No, I just wanted. I didn't know if it had the like OG tongue.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It
in this,
looks
but
again.
we
It
can
looks like there's
compare.
that Wings logo.
Because that's a complete game changer for me.
Like it looks like these ones on the side. So you got the not the way you want it.
The biggest giveaway I think is that we have the color on the, like, we'll call that the upper cuff, right?
Right.
See how Tim's got it on his purples and then it's on there. On the OG ones, I do believe that would just be white because
Yeah.
the heel tab is
Like this one. Yeah, it's
precisely. Yeah,
completely
it's just not
white.
there. Sorry, not that it's
Yeah.
white, it's just not there.
Yeah,
So this is
but
obviously that.
there are some GR Jordan 1 lows that are good. There's a picture of an obsidian pair going around right now that looks all right. If it
Yeah,
really
those ones are
happens.
crazy.
Yeah. By the time somebody watches this podcast, those shoes will be out. They'll be like, these idiots. Looking at this picture from the future, all grained out. But I find like I just don't wear the highs as much, and I love seeing a colorway like that. If I can hit on that for retail, sign me up.
Get your Foot Locker account ready if it's a GR.
Mm-hmm.
Fredo.
I think they're sick. I don't know. I'm not huge on the one lows that have that like longer tongue. I definitely like the like neutral gray and like starfish, like OG one, but I don't know. I'd almost want to see them in hand. I don't think like the pictures will really be the same. It's like one of those colors that's kind of weird, and you kind of have to like see it in person. But I don't know. They're cool. I'm definitely more into those like obsidian ones that leaked, but we'll see.
Sometimes they're just not quite the same. There's like the mocha lows, which are nothing like mochas. You know, these could be close but not quite to the turbos. You want to know about some shoes that are really
Doing
coming
tongue
out?
swaps.
Is that a thing you can do? That's pretty arts and craftsy.
Oh yeah.
Where are you doing that? Like, are you cutting and stitching?
Yeah, I think if you want the OG tongue, that's what you would do, and then you can buy those like the Nike Air, like we'll call it the tongue
Tags.
tab for lack of a better word.
Right.
Yeah, and then like yeah, like for example, those reverse bred lows. I've seen a couple pairs of those, and then they'll stitch that over where the weird little jump man is.
Tongue swap. It
Gives it
sounds
better look.
sexy.
It sounds erotic. It definitely. I agree.
All right. Well, I can show you a picture of some shoes that are really coming out. This is the May lineup on sneakers. We have
Whoa,
7.
pandas.
Yeah. Finally, someone can get their hands on a pair of pandas.
Holy.
In the month of May, sneakers. The tab at nike.com/ca is going to be releasing 7 dunks. We got restocks in the uber popular pandas. Would you wear pandas anymore? They feel like they're like, it lets people know you don't know, if you know. We got court purples. Those look solid. I believe Fredo had them.
I like those.
No, you
I
had
had
the SB.
I had like the SB ones.
We got this high pair of women's pink. They're called primes, pink prime, an animal SE, a medium olive toasty pack. It's those dunks that are like a sleeping bag. They're real fuzzy. And then there's a couple really interesting pairs at the bottom. I think one on the left there is called Fossil Rose. I'd never seen that before. And then this cider pair that's all my favorite colors. Guys, these are all wearable shoes. What if you could only buy one of them? Which one would you take?
Easy. Easy. Give me that purple one. That's the only correct answer here, I think.
I would say the purple one, unless they do a 13 women's in that pink high.
That's so a Fredo shoe.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're hard, and I always find women's shoes are way better than most of the men's shoes. But I don't know. Being a 13 in them is not the best. But if they do a 13, I'll try and gun a pair. But if not, I do the purple ones.
Purple, sure. I like these ciders a lot. They're wearable.
I like those bottom left ones too.
The white and sort of dusty pink. What's that called again? Fossil Rose. Fossil Rose. Yeah.
The black on the side are one that kills it for me, I think.
The black sole, yeah. You're not a big fan of the black sole.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, we didn't answer your panda question, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I definitely got rid of mine. Fredo, you got rid of yours too, right?
Yeah, like I don't know. I have the wasted youth like SBs, and
Oh, I
I
just
don't
meant
know.
pandas, not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no.
but like in terms of like black and white and just like I don't know. It's like same kind of deal for you. Like I don't like going to the mall and seeing people in them. Just like I don't know. Sounds dumb, but like
Dude,
it makes me seem like they don't give a shit. So
yeah, it takes away from it. The whole point of like being into sneakers like this is like having different ones, is it not? So, yeah, I was literally at Walmart the other day and I seen a guy in a pair and I was like, I'm so glad I don't have mine anymore because otherwise I know what I'd be doing as soon as I got home. Just fire selling those things, dude. Holy shit.
Like the biggest insult to Nathan is like, "Hey man, cool shoes. I got the same pair." Ah, it's over.
Depends on the guy, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Depends on the or girl, I guess. If it's somebody dressed up real nice or whatever, and they're like, I have those and I wear them all the time and I love them. It's like, okay, I'm a person of taste, right? But yeah, you see some term we've used here on before, some weeb with them at the mall, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like, yeah, maybe I don't want those anymore.
Remember that cool guy who had the Rookie of the Years on, and you guys had a totally natural exchange?
Good Christ, that was the longest escalator ride of my life. So for those of you that don't know, I was riding an escalator at the Chinook Mall in Calgary, and
Humble brag.
yeah, not a big deal. Uh, and,
Saw a flex on
I
you.
was just yeah, it's a huge flex, man. I'm not taking no stairs, dog. Jesus. Anyways, so I'm on the escalator, and Michaela, and again, for those of you that don't know, my girlfriend's in front of me, and we're having a conversation, and the worst part about this, and I think what I've tried to convey the most is I don't care if people want to have a conversation about sneakers or stop you when you're out in public or whatever, because it's cool and I get it, and it's not a problem no matter who you are. Rule number one, and I'm gonna get real close to the mic to say this: don't fucking yell at me in public. Okay, that needs to be rule number one. You see a cool pair of shoes and your brain just shuts off. You're like, hey, like makes me twitch, dude. Like just because somebody has shoes on that you recognize does not give you the right to yell at them in public. Don't ever disrespect me like that again. This is ridiculous. Okay, it's happened on enough occasions that it upsets me. So, anyways, this guy goes, "Hey, what shoes are those?" And I'm like, just hoping to God he's like not talking to me, and then he's like, "Hey," so like I turn around and I was like, "Oh, they're the Mocha Jordan ones." It's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, I've wanted a pair of those. They're just too much money for me right now." And I'm like, "Okay."
Now we're having fun.
Yeah. Oh wow! I just made a new friend.
Yeah.
Um, and then he's like looking at me like I'm supposed to like I'm not saying something that I'm supposed to, and I look down and he's got Rookie of the Years on, and I'm like, and he's like kind of like looking at me like almost like looking at his shoes and looking at
Come
me,
on,
right?
man.
And I'm like,
Say
oh,
it.
good.
Say something.
Literally.
We're the same
Just
guy.
tell me what I want to hear. And I'm like, those are cool, man. Like reluctantly, and he's like, thanks, they're the Rookie of the Years. And I'm like, so I go, I know.
Yeah.
And then we have like an awkward like 3 seconds, and I just turned around, and thankfully that was enough to get off the escalator. And of course, Michaela thought it was hilarious because she like seen the look on my face like as I was turning around to interact with this guy because I knew what was gonna happen, and yeah, it was just as good as I thought it was gonna be. So,
Mm.
mhm. Anyways, rule number one: don't yell.
If you can't contain yourself, it's like they spotted the killer in the back of the movie. They're like, "Whoa, oh, hey, hey, no, don't turn around."
Yeah. Well, he was Batman the whole time. Thanks for cluing in, dipshit. Good lord, yeah, it drives me nuts. One guy yelled at me across Abercrombie. Hey, yo, man, I mess with your shoes. Can you don't? There's kids in here. Let's not yell across this. This looks hostile. This looks really hostile. Don't yell across the store.
I'm gonna ask you what do you like people to do, and I'm gonna suggest this is one of my favorites. All it takes
Oh.
is a head
Do-
nod. That's
Do you,
it.
yeah. No, for sure. Do you do you want the true answer? What I want people to do?
Well, yeah, lay it on me. Be real.
Don't talk to me. I'll come to you. Yeah. Yeah, consider me the little moon symbol on top of your phone, man. Do not disturb.
Yeah.
No, what do I want you to do? Just if you want to come talk, I will stop anywhere, grocery store, mall, whatever. It doesn't matter how busy I am. Or if somebody wants to talk about like nothing, okay? Like I've had conversations with like security guards, people that are like cutting your meat or whatever for like 5 minutes that like I probably really didn't need to have, but like it was a nice interaction, right? I have no problem with that. Like that's fine. So if you want to come up and talk shoes or anything like that, I'll talk shoes with anybody. Don't yell. Okay? That's just if you're gonna come talk, just come talk. Like, don't make it weird for either of us. Like, don't like whatever, like dumb yourself down or whatever, anything like that. If you want to come talk shoes, like let's talk shoes at any level. But like again, just don't be weird about it, right?
Yeah.
That's all.
The rules of real life still apply, even though I got some heat on my feet. You don't go, you swear words. You're like, bro, I got family, okay?
Yeah, there's women here.
Yeah.
Like, what are you? Unbelievable. Dude.
now
Yeah, just
that-
keep your
Yeah.
noodle.
Still real life, still everything's normal. And if the person has that shit on and they notice and they give you the head nod, I almost just have to go home, and I'm just like, that's enough for me. I'm settled. That's
We
a
did
wrap.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. And scene.
I went out and I got my daughter a pair of shoes the other weekend. All the girls at the dance studio got white Air Forces on. She wants the Air Forces. We went and looked at some shoes. I pitched her on some Jordan 1s, the lows that they were pink. They were kind of nice, kind of a dusty off pink. I didn't even know that they were like a heat pair. I was like, you should get these. And she's like, no, it's about the Forces. But we were at this Starbucks, and she got the Forces. We're at a Starbucks, and there's a guy, university student type, just comfy sort of Nike Tech fleece thing going on, knew what was going on. And I had those new Concepts Air Maxes on that people don't recognize. They just look weird. But this guy knew what was up, and I got the head nod, and I just like, I wanted to go out in the parking lot and tell Violet, hey, go look at how cool that guy is. Now, know this, he thinks I'm cool.
No, Tim, what you really should have did after he gave you the head nod was turn to him, hey!
Did you see my shoes? Can I tell you about them?
These are from Concepts. The hell out of here. Make the guy, make him immediately regret that decision. That's what you should.
Now we're gonna be friends, head nod guy.
Oh, you do shoe stuff? I do shoe stuff, bro. We're in
You
this
should
together.
be on my podcast.
Yeah. Hey, I have a podcast. That's the most obnoxious thing too. Like
Oh yeah.
I hate to like bring that up to people. I've seen people do that. Like, hey, so I do this, or whether it's Instagram or a podcast or whatever. So I have this, and it's like, yeah, shove it down everybody's throat.
Yeah.
There you go. No bad publicity. Hey, nice. So it's funny to see that way, and you just see how bad that looks, and you're just like, I don't even want to tell people that I do this. Like, I don't want them to see. I don't want them to categorize me. I don't want them to think I wear pants to Walmart. That's what it comes back to.
Fully. It's a broad group of people, and there's many different groups within it. You can't paint us all with the same brush. Now, I too am selective about the people I say, hey, I have a sneaker related podcast, because people will laugh. They'll go, oh, that's a joke. Now, I'm so selective about that. If somebody does find out and they do ask me about, hey, how about your sneaker podcast? I'm like, you better settle in, because we got some things to talk about. Are you really interested? Here we go.
What are you doing for the next 30 minutes? But just in general, right? Because you're like, you tell somebody, you're like, oh, I have a podcast. And they're like, yeah, everybody has the
Yeah,
podcast.
we
And it's
get it.
like,
There was a
yeah.
pandemic. We all had to do things. Sure.
Yeah, you saw Joe Rogan. And you're like, no,
Right.
I didn't. Well, I did, but I don't. And like, so you gotta like untangle the yarn before you start like spinning it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
about context.
Yeah.
Well, let's just jump out for a second, take a quick break. We can come back with some trending topics and look at some picks and play a little rock, paper, skippers. We'll be right back. It's so sweet. Ah. God damn, we look and sound good. Mm. Finishing topics, things to close on. Union twos. Raise your hand if you have a pair coming in the mail. We are excited for you. Shay hit on the release of the Jordan 2 through the Union website. Let's talk for a second about you copping that super rare 11.5. That size, so often they're like, oh, sorry, just not going to happen. But you got them coming, bro.
Yeah, that was like honestly like one of the best like checkout experiences I've had for like a release like that anyway. Like usually my queue
For you.
time is like yeah. Usually my queue time is like 15 to 30 minutes, but I was like less than a minute as soon as I got through. Um Retail was like pretty heavy on them, but
That screen, everybody, anyone who's tried to manually get a pair of shoes, it'll tell you that you're in line and it tells you, I've seen 45 minutes. I've gotten excited when it says 11 minutes. I'm like, oh man, it's really going to happen. So what did it say to you?
it said less than a minute.
I've never even heard of that happening.
I was checked out before because I think they dropped at 9. I was checked out before 9:01.
Now, there were people who hit fast like you, and then there was some sort of technical problem, a glitch, something. And then what do we know? Because on their Instagram, they said, hey, we know there's a problem, and we're going to redo the release at 9:30. Now,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
don't
see
know
that
if
till the
they
next
like
day.
I don't know if they like restocked. Like I don't know if that's what I'd call it, but I don't know if like sizes got jammed up in the queue or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. It seemed like they had like a full size run or whatever when they released. But
I'm such a spaz in that moment too. I'm at the Union website and I'm like, do I click on new releases? Where do I in the top bar here? And like the front banner is Michael Jordan's face. It says, click here to get your shoes. Like it's so obvious, but you're what's the number to 911?
So, yeah, I don't know what on their end just wasn't taking credit cards, but that broke my heart. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, so
Got
Nathan,
through and everything.
you got it confirmed.
No. Well, no, I had it like through like where you would put your information in, and as I did, and then it just kept saying like can't process or whatever their little blip was.
Oh,
It
yeah,
did make me
sorry.
feel better that yeah, no, it wasn't that one.
Yeah, well, you hit so many times, it's hard to keep track.
It was your first pair of concepts I hit for you that I got the confirmed, and then they called back at the goal line. But that's
Cancel it on
okay.
you.
Just had to find another one.
But this one,
Regardless of yeah,
it
yeah,
just
that
said couldn't take your money or something like that.
literally, yeah, and it was almost relieving to see that it wasn't just me and it was a lot of other people. But so I don't know what causes that, but broke my heart. That's all.
Fredo, is your pair going to arrive with butterflies or just in a box?
I hope it's just a box, dude. I don't want it to smell like the Amazon in here.
It's gonna give him butterflies.
I think we talked about it on the podcast, right? The Friends and Family Pack
Yes.
comes out in this wild, translucent box from the zoo.
Terrarium.
Yeah, and there's actual like animals and wildlife. It's an ecosystem. Okay, so that's the Union 2s. I can't wait to find out how they fit, what they look like. You even got the color that I'm into, the rattans, that creamy yellow. Beautiful. There was a wild pair that we were talking about, and they've been all over the Instagram. Is that Wavy Baby, this Tyga collab with Mischief, and Vans is suing. There's a lawsuit, of course, obviously. We had predicted. There's a pink pair of that out as well. Tyga was wearing at Coachella, and he has a song with Doja Cat, so she's got a pink pair of those as well. They look pretty wearable. Honestly, they don't look that crazy when they're on foot. They photograph wild, but did you see Tyga on sneaker shopping?
It was a good episode.
What'd you like about that?
I don't know. He seems like, well, because he even did like the complex causes like a bit ago. He just like, I don't know. Some of the people they have on there don't really like know much, but he seems like he's actually like educated with stuff. And especially with like the Bape stuff, which I think is sick. Like Bapes is not.
He told a fun story about being uh, endorsed by Reebok, right? He was sponsored by Reebok, had an endorsement deal, but couldn't help but wear some Jordans on stage. And how mad Reebok must have been when they're like, "Look, this is the reason we're giving you money is so you wear our shoes on the stage." He's like, "Yeah, but I got these 12s." They were
Yeah, they're like the
12s.
taxi 12s, aren't
Yeah,
they?
what the hell? Yeah, funny story. Yeah, congratulations, Shay, on completing the concepts pack. You got all three.
I said I was gonna do it, dude. I don't cap. No, I finally have all three in hand. I don't know. I'll probably post something on Instagram here this week, but yeah, super excited about it.
What's the combo? Because you're going to mix and match. What goes?
I'll probably do the first two together. I probably won't do the third just because they're like, I don't know, they're like base different, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the denim's not washed or bleached or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I don't know. I'll probably mismatch the first two for some like wild fit, but yeah, no, I'm stoked on it. I
Yeah.
love them.
The cream laces are the move.
Yeah, I was telling Nathan like in between, I ordered like 4 more pairs of like the like cream laces just for the other pairs I have, and
Yeah.
then I don't know, I'll probably end up getting Starfish one of those here soon. So
Hell yeah. They'll go nice with the
Yeah, it's the
obsidians and
velvet.
turbos.
Yes, that too. It's the velvet laces for me. I think it's such a special touch with that shoe. They're a real MF to put in, but yeah, I love those. Match the tongue and all that good stuff. Can't go wrong.
I love the look of them, but they're just such a like bitch to lace up. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, you only got to do it
I,
once.
I don't care enough to do it, so I just threw cream ones in.
You tie your
We
shoes
did
up,
your
though.
one pair.
Well, yeah, but then I'd have to like undo them and put them on and then do them back up.
Yeah.
I'm like a set it and forget it guy, though. I think the velvet's going to work for me.
Yeah, I tie them, but then I slip them on and off. Ideally.
Plus, you fit wise, you guys, you rock in some different half sizes. I'm so particular. It's nuts. I see the way things fit you, and I'm like, you're happy with that? Like, your heel's not touching. You're like, yeah, it's half size.
When have you ever seen that?
where your heel, it's on the pattas. It's.
Oh, mine were good.
I guess
I
it's
think
all about feel.
the 11 fits better than the 10.5, and that's what I had initially, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
Because yeah, we talked about this. My right foot is absolutely an 11, and my left foot is absolutely a 10.5.
Hmm.
So I'm literally in between sizes. So if I do the 10.5, it fits a little tight on one of the shoes.
Yeah.
So it's easier to just go up one, but depends on the shoe. Speaking of the Concepts Air Max, though, if anybody has that first pair and a 10.5 they want to let go, I'll take it. It's all I need now.
Here's one to look at. We've been talking a lot about this.
I got highest bid on StockX for 11.5 in those right now.
The Joe Freshgoods Conversations Amongst Us collaboration with New Balance. It's going to be a lot of shoes, like a dozen pairs. There's all of the hoodies and apparel to go with it that's available now. This creamy, buttery version of the 550, I think, is sexy. And that's what Fredo's talking about having the high bid on. There's also those 2002 Rs. There's just, and we've mentioned it before, so much New Balance. The chance to get these for retail has passed now. If you're going to spend this kind of New Balance money, because these things aren't free. If you're dropping $400, guys, is it on these 550s, the Joe Fresh goods? Yes. Nathan, what do you
Nah,
want?
not those. I want the Concepts Air Max. That's what I want. I need the first pair, so then I have all three as well.
But if you're buying New
Um.
Balance,
Oh, I'm not buying New Balance, Tim. Let's be real here.
say I give you $400 and I'm lucky, you got to buy a shoe with an N on the side. What are you gonna get?
This is how you do business, hey?
Yeah, that's how I roll.
It's a good
I'm
transaction
like the
to you,
weirdest
hey?
Santa Claus you've ever met.
Here's what you're gonna do. Ew. Well, isn't that a nice question? I'd probably get like a Kith pair,
Hmm.
992s. I think there's just so many good colors and good quality. I think if I was to hop in, that's what I would hop in with.
That's a good answer. It's a really good answer. If you just start looking on StockX of like, oh, well, I wonder what kind of collabs there are through the 992s. The Joe Fresh goods, there's a bunch. It goes deep, deep, deep. There's like some, what's that one? Oh, man, it's hard to keep track of them all. J. Crew. Yeah, J. Crew's got a sick couple pairs. But yeah, I could see myself spending on these 550s. I talk a lot of talk about New Balance. I've really only got one pair. I've had some other ones come and go, but I would like to get some 550s. And there's something about the canvas of these JFGs that's, I don't know. It's going to be in the conversation of coolest shoes of the year, I would think. Okay, guys, we're down to the end of the podcast. We're down to the game. What you going to rock, what you going to sell, what you going to skip. Rock, paper, skippers. Today we talked about all those
What do we got?
dunks. We talked about all those Khaled shoes.
Oh shit.
We talked about those turbo lows. Okay, I think we know what to skip. How do we keep it fair? Let's talk court purple dunks. We all agreed those are of the restocks, those are worth getting. Any of the Khaled fives you choose. You could have that Slammin' Salmon pink one, the super exclusive whatever blue version. You can have We the Best writ tattooed on your ass, all of it, okay? The full thing. Khaled comes to your house, you have brunch.
I want these less now.
That's part of it. You have to have brunch with him. And he's like, Drake did the whole time.
At his house, sure. At my house, no.
Yeah, you have to host Khaled. That's part of it. He brings the shoes to your house. And he's like, this is the worst orange juice I've ever had. We the worst. Okay, so Khaled fives.
Sorry, but
And he comes to your house.
do you know what his do you know what his name was before it was DJ Khaled?
Mm-mm.
Okay, we'll talk about this off. If anybody wants to go ahead and Google it, they can, because I'm not going to get into this story. That's a fun little tidbit. Do your homework and go see what his name was before this, because we're not going to have this conversation on the podcast.
Okay.
Anyways.
Khaled's coming to your house delivering any of those fives. You can restock on the court purple dunk. And then we got the turbo lows. And let's say this, the turbo lows are the OG. They're not like in the picture. They actually come out fire. Okay? One to rock, one to sell, one to skip. 403 Fredo.
If they have the OG tongue, I will be rocking the turbo green one lows. I'll probably. Sorry, what was the other one? There was Jordan 5, and what was the other?
Court purple dunk.
I'll probably skip the court purple dunk, and I'd probably paper and sell the Jordan 5s. I don't know what kind of numbers they'll do, but I think they'll be decent. But yeah,
Now,
I would definitely rock the turbo greens if they have that OG tongue.
you will be hosting DJ Khaled in this scenario.
That's okay.
Your grandma's going to have to make crepes. The full deal.
That's perfect, dude. That sounds like a W.
That's actually a bonus. Yeah.
Fives and crepes. Wow.
All right. Nate Dog. Nathaniel, as
I'm
he
taking the
likes to be called.
fives.
Yeah?
Yeah, Nathan Anal, for those of you that listened to last episode.
Which color of 5? All right,
Let's go with the salmon. And then if I wasn't gonna do that one, let's do the cream color, perhaps. Either or. I'm easy. I like them all equally, to be honest with you. Like, there's not one that I think
there's not
sticks
like a
out further
bad
than
pair.
the other. No. No, it's not even one of those ones where it's like, this is the best one. Like, because they're just, I don't know. They're all, yeah, let's look
This-
at the picture.
This is the one that has
Whoa.
that like lighter purple is the one that wasn't shown before.
The one that's kind of like Fresh Prince?
Yeah, to the left a bit.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
It's like a Cadbury Easter egg kind of color.
Mhm.
Too. Yeah. They all kind of are. Hey, I was gonna say this. Yeah, I like that greeny pair even more now. I think. I don't know. We'll keep that. Give me the.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
it now. Yeah, it's like a turbo.
Give me. Yeah, go back to there. That picture, light purple, salmon, cream. I think would be the answer. Either or. I'll come over. Come on
I'd
the
be
show.
happy with any.
Anyway, so yeah, that's the rock. Yeah, that's the rock, and then we'll sell the court purple dunks or royal purple or what it was, even though I brought them.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
All right, you're taking the 5. You're having Khaled over at the Stone Resident. What is the brunch menu? Khaled's over at the Stone Residence. What is the brunch menu?
Sorry, you've been cutting out just a little bit there. I couldn't hear you, but the brunch menu, DJ Khaled's coming over. Well, like, I guess it'd be a lot of carbs. He strikes me as like, he wants to carb down. He'd be a guy who's like pancakes and waffles. He's like, no, where's the French toast? Maybe you just do like many of those breakfast casserole type deals. He's probably going to need a lot of energy. He's really going to charge up. I'm going to need like a maple syrup fountain. Like, I'm sure he just goes for the maple syrup. Plus, he's in Canada. He'd be like, where's the syrup at? Drake did. So maple syrup and carbs is what we're having with orange juice. I just say that because it seems like he's an orange juice guy in all of his IG videos where he's hosting. He's got the pictures up. It's a lot. I would have a cool tracksuit, that's for sure. I'd be in the shiniest tracksuit. Given that impression that it's like, this is how things are at my crib.
I was gonna say, sorry. So when people come over for dinners or brunches or whatever have you at your place, you dress like them. That's what Tim does.
And
Tim's
no
dad comes
acknowledges
over,
it.
and Tim tucks a flannel into his highway.
Part my hair, put on glasses.
Hey guys, yeah, this is just how I am.
I'm like you. We got so much in common.
Hey, my button up, your button up.
Well, this has been a Sneaker Show podcasting time, I think. What it feels like to me. Did we do what we set out to do? You're goddamn right we did. We sure did. We talked sneakers. I think we did. And we're richer for having been together. So thanks for being here. I think it's a wrap. Good luck on that golden ticket draw coming up, right?
Next Sunday,